survivors in a big way today, including one woman who is in our studio audience who was diagnosed at age 25.
It's colorful, it's bright, it makes me feel happy.
To Crystal King, art reflects both sweetness and struggle.
There were splashes of hope in the midst of, grave times.
The 41-year-old was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer at age 25. She went to the doctor thinking she just had bad heartburn.
Totally unrelated, right? Like totally unrelated.
What was related? Crystal's link to cancer. Her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years earlier. Both say they survived thanks to great medical care, support, and lifestyle habits.
I just pay attention. I listen to my body, and I think that's important.
But that's not the case for everyone, which Crystal learned. According to the CDC, Black women are about 40% more likely to die from a breast cancer diagnosis than white women.
It was certainly a wake-up call.
Crystal's grueling treatment plan included a mastectomy, chemotherapy, and reconstruction. Then, admittedly, she got comfortable.
After I started to feel better, I stopped following up and following through.
Until last year, another scare. This time, free-floating cancer cells around Crystal's abdomen.
I, was battling some stomach pain, and I finally went to the doctor about 12 months in. I went into emergency surgery not long after that.
2 surgeries and several follow-ups later, doctors eventually cleared Crystal.
The PET scan wasn't able to find any cancer, so I rejoice in that. I rejoice and call that a victory, for sure.
A sweet victory despite her dizzying cancer journey. A series of struggles, she says, with some silver lining.
We get so far out from a battle, and then we go back to our old ways, right? No more. I pay attention now.
She pays attention now. I want to bring in Dr. Terre McGlothin, surgical oncologist from Breast Cancer Surgeons of Plano. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. I want to talk about this piece about Black women dying at a higher rate, a much higher rate than white women when it comes to breast cancer diagnosis. Why is this happening?
Actually, that's not new.
Right.
The problem is that oftentimes Black women are diagnosed at a later stage. They tend to have more aggressive cancers, and many times there's competing risk factors for death, and that all increases mortality. Also, there's a problem with follow-through with therapy and treatment too.
What about, are they coming in later for screening?
They are coming in later, but even stage for stage, African American women are going to generally have a higher death rate. The biology of the tumor is a little bit different. You've got the triple negative component, which is a particularly aggressive form of breast cancer. But then even with stage per stage, and even when the tumor types are the same, we're finding that there's going to be a gap in the mortality.
Okay, we're going to talk a whole lot more about this. Dr. McGlothin, thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Of course.